Hello and welcome to Dad Got This. We're into the tough questions like, can I make an awesome Filipino barbecue roast pork on my Masterbuilt Smoker? And, what do hogs do with cucumbers? That second one's easy. They make pickles. I want to thank Masterbuilt for sponsoring this video and providing the smoker that we are going to cook this awesome roast pork on. This is a bone-in Boston butt roast. It's just shy of 9 pounds, and we are going to make something delicious. Roast pork, not pulled pork, roast pork. So we're not going to have to take this all the way to shredding texture. We do have some prep to do. First things first is we're going to score the heck out of the entire outside so we can really get some good spices in there. Diamond patch it all the way across everything, top and bottom. We're going to cook this with that fat side up, so we're going to start on this side. First thing we're going to do is liberally coat it with some kosher salt. Big piece of meat can take a lot of salt. This is Diamond Crystal kosher salt. I'm trying, because that's what everybody in the barbecue world seems to use instead of sea salt, so I'm giving it a try. I've checked it, it's about the same of saltiness level as the sea salt I've been using, but I want to try the authentic stuff. This is Dad Dust. 50% granulated onion, 50% granulated garlic, splash of MSG. I use it on everything. Works out well because garlic and onion are heavy Filipino-inspired flavors. You see it in almost all of their dishes. May not be in the form of garlic and onion powder or granulated, but they use garlic and onion. Gonna also be generous, kind of work it into all the cracks and crevices as we can. That's why we did our little diamond. A little bit of 16 mesh black pepper. We're kind of doing a fusion on this. We're doing a mix of like traditional barbecue style. You know what? I want a little something to help it stick. I'm gonna use some calamansi juice. This is calamansi liquid seasoning. I'll throw a link down to it. Calamansi is a, looks almost like a lemon or a lime, tiny little orange. Very popular with the Filipino cuisine. We're gonna use that to help kind of make a little bit of our binder. Just a really awesome flavor. Fortunately, I'm out of the fresh, so I grabbed some of this. I think that'll help the pepper stick a little better. So I'm gonna go for a little bit of a peppery bark a la barbecue while keeping the flavors more Filipino. So a good amount of pepper. That looks like a well-seasoned roast to me, but we are not done. We're gonna stud this sucker. This is lemongrass. It is amazing flavoring. I grow it in my back garden, but you can get it at most like Asian grocery stores or Latin grocery stores will have it. You can even get it online, but this is awesome stuff. We're gonna use an onion and a whole lot of garlic. And for our lemongrass, what we want is the big thick part down here at the bottom. What you want to do is beat it with a mallet to release the oils. That's going to give you the best flavor. Just doing that makes it smell wonderful. We are going to cut it into some chunky chunks. I think that'll do. Now, I haven't done this with the lemongrass and the onion before. I've always just studded it with garlic, but I thought I'd go the extra mile for you guys. Sharp, pointy knife. What you do, you should make a hole. Take a piece of garlic, shove it in that hole. Now you want to try to get them down in there, like all the way in. Once you finish up with the garlic, move on to the lemongrass and then the onion, and you're done. I'm hoping to get some Filipino Lechon-Style flavor out of this. That sucker's ready. Now, I believe if I left this for a couple days in the fridge, it would just be awesome. But I don't have a couple days. But if you want to do that, I suggest you give that a try because I think that would absolutely amp up the flavor. I'm just gonna go stick this in the fridge for a little while we go set up the smoker. This is my Masterbuilt gravity-fed smoker. I'm just learning how to use it. I've made one rib video and I've done a couple of other cooks here at home. So far, I'm loving the convenience, kind of set it and forget it setup, but I get all that real smoke flavor. To set it up is super easy. Let's load it with some charcoal. Still got some old charcoal in here, so I'm just gonna throw a couple of extra wood chunks. We'll add 2 more chunks of some pecan wood. Close this guy off. Open up this door. I'm using one of these fire starters that they have, but you could probably light this just about any old way. We are gonna turn this bad boy on. Close the hopper door. We are gonna set this boy down to 180. Don't forget to take these out. And now we're just gonna wait for it to preheat. Once she's ready, I'm gonna put that down there to catch any juices. I'm gonna put this up here. To get some extra smoke, I'm gonna throw this in the ash drawer and light it with this. Last thing I'm gonna do, this guy, dead center. Look at it. It's been about 30 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and spritz it. I'm quite happy with that. This is just 50-50 water and apple cider vinegar. I am spritzing it to try to keep it moist. Smoke is attracted to the moisture, so that should get us a little bit more smoky flavor. Our smoke going. I'm gonna jump that guy back in there. It's been about an hour and a half. I've been spritzing it every 30 minutes. Let's take a look, and it's getting ready to floor it out here. Pork's at about 105, so we still got some ways to go. We're gonna try to shoot for like 170 Fahrenheit, wrap it and kind of let it rest up to like the 180-ish. We don't wanna go full 200 and get pulled pork. For time's sake, I'm gonna go ahead and bump this up to 250, and then we'll slowly, incrementally bump it up every once in a while till we get this thing cooked. While that's finishing up, we are just gonna whip together a quick sasawan. That just means dipping sauce in Filipino. It's really simple. Everybody's family has their own version. We are gonna do some fresh tomato, a couple cloves of garlic, nothing fancy, rough chop. I am not being picky at all. I am just rough chopping these. Quarter cup of soy sauce and a half a cup of white vinegar. More vinegar than soy. Last but not least, we're gonna pop in a little bit of this calamansi seasoning. If you got any spicy peppers, throw them in there. Unfortunately, I'm the only one who likes spicy in my family, so I put my peppers on at the end. And we're just gonna let that mellow out while the roast finishes. It has been 7 hours since I put this on there, and we are only at 160. So I'm gonna wrap it so I can at least get something by the end of the night. I mean, it looks fantastic. That is a pretty looking roast. A little tough in the middle. I think wrapping it for about an hour should do it. I'm gonna pop it to 350, give it like 30 minutes to an hour, and then it's done. It only took 30 minutes in there, and it was ready to come off at 180 degrees Fahrenheit. So I unwrapped it, and I'm gonna let it rest for hopefully at least 30 minutes, if I can wait that long. I waited 30 minutes, and I sliced into this. It's a little bit harder because of the bones. You gotta slice around it, but look at that smoke ring. So thick, so nice. And I just had to go for it, so I took a slice right out of the center. Cheers. Oh, wow. And I had to try it with the sasawan, and it is an 11 out of 10.
That is so good.
It is the perfect texture. It is soft and tender, but not fall apart. It is the perfect roast pork. This is just phenomenal. So easy on the Masterbuilt. I could change temperatures if I need to. I changed the temp from my car when I was picking my daughter up from school. Super, super simple. Maybe next time I would get a non-bone-in one if they've got that available, because the bone makes it a little bit harder for the slicing. But so good. I will 100% be doing this again. If you'd like more information on the Masterbuilt Smoker I use, it'll be in the description. And please, if you are liking this content, do the likey subscribe thing. YouTube loves it when you leave a like. I love it when you leave a comment. I answer just about every comment in my comment section. If you really want to support this channel, consider becoming a member. You get 24-hour early access to videos, producer shoutouts, credits, all kinds of fun stuff. But if you can't, subscribing would be enough. If you would like this recipe, it'll be on my website, dadgotthis.com. So with all that out of the way, I guess there's only one question left to answer. Where did the baseball coach put the pig? In the snout field. Yeah, pretty bad. Dad may tell horrible dad jokes, cook amazing pork, but one thing Dad will never do is an outro. So that's it. Bye. This is the part where I thank all of my members. You guys are the absolute best. Thank you so much for your support, and rock on. I don't know why I said rock on, but rock on.